Hey, what's going on to all of my Aquarius out there? So let's get into it. Let me just shuffle up these cards. Hope y'all are having a great day, by the way. Thank you for all the views that I got. Really appreciate it. So the cards that I got are the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, good, the Nine of Swords, the Devil, the Four of Wands, the Judgment, and last but not least, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups. That's interesting. So, wow. The Nine of Wands is about you, Pisces, being like, you don't care anymore. You're going to live your life. You don't care too much about what other people have to say about it because y'all know what it's like interacting with people who don't necessarily have as much as intelligence or, yeah, intelligence as you, but at the same time you being patient and kind of warning them or waiting for them to catch up, and they just never do, right? It's always on some downstairs type of stuff, right? They can never actually stand up. It was always downstairs in the sense that they can't rise, right? That's what the skull and the crossbones represent, or one of the occult symbols. The skull and the crossbones represents the head, but it also represents the enlightenment, right? And the crossbones are actually the femur bones that you get in the legs. So it's symbolic of you rising up, right? Like when you stand up, that's what it represents. So the thing is that these people, these people are not very stand up because the only thing that they can ever really think of is nothing but the ego stuff, right? Just ego, how it is that they are going to survive, right? And the truth is that's how a lot of people think, right? Slowly but surely, of us being in the age of Aquarius, that type of stuff is starting to change because now it has to change because now you have to think from a higher order of thinking, right? It's not just about how you're going to eat today. It's about, yeah, but you're going to do that, but you're going to cause other ripple effects in the universe, or, you know what I mean, in the multiverse too. So the thing is that the Nine of Wands represents how a lot of you Pisces, y'all are out here really, you understand that you've been through a lot of stuff. And like I said, it all goes back to how sorry, I said Pisces, sorry, Aquarius, excuse me, how it is that a lot of you Aquarius don't care anymore and you don't care about what other people think of you. Sorry about that, Aquarius, right? Don't take it personally because I just did Pisces just before I did this. So, it's still the name is still fresh in my mind, but you Aquarius don't necessarily care. So that makes you more powerful because of it, due to the fact that you understand that you've already experienced some terrible situations with people that you are trying to get to know, and those relationships didn't really end up the way that you want them to. So then the thing is that the Knight of Swords is, this is a representation right here of how you're doing you. You don't care. You're doing you. You're going out here, you're having fun, you're kicking it, you're enjoying your life. If you get somebody, great, but you don't care, Aquarius. Whether or not you find someone immediately is irrelevant. You, Aquarius, are still out here having your fun, living it, getting things are matching up, aligning with what you want. Obstacles are moving out of the way. Then the thing is that the Ten of Cups represents how you're happy, you're very content. You know what I mean? As far as jumping into a relationship, as of right now, as of this second, I honestly don't see you Aquarius doing that. I honestly see you Aquarius having some sort of task, another task that is um as far as financially is concerned, that you have to do, and you're succeeding at that, while at the same time when it comes to relationships, you're honestly speaking, you're really dating around. And some of you Pisces are going to let the person know that you're dating around. You're not necessarily looking out for anything too serious at this moment, because there's a lot of dysfunctional people in the dating pool. So again, I just see you Aquarius thinking to yourselves that there's no harm, no foul in letting the other person know that what you want is to be in a relationship that is open, right? Because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. And then at the same time, people are out here telling you or trying to convince you that they are monogamous, while at the same time they're cheating, they're sneaking off, they're doing all this other type of stuff. I'm just seeing how a lot of you Aquarius are really trying to kind of figure that out so you don't have to do that anymore. And what's coming up on out of that is happiness, truth be told, and not even just happiness, but joy, real deeply being content, because you're solving those problems that you've had, right? Aquarius is a zodiac sign that does have some problems when it comes to love, because Aquarius is the zodiac sign where love goes to meet its end, right? But at the same time, Venus still functions well there. So like Venus in Aquarius is not necessarily a problem. So it's a situation where it's really it that placement really goes to show you that it's really about choice, and that you can find someone if you want. But the problem is, what a lot of you Aquarius are thinking about is the quality of the person that you are kicking it with. And that's what the Hierophant represents. The Hierophant represents that level of being in touch with yourselves, right? It represents knowing that divine. So it represents how a lot of you Aquarius, y'all know that y'all are not built for relationships right now. Y'all know that. And it's not saying that you Aquarius will never be built for it again. I never said that. What I'm saying is to you Aquarius is you Aquarius are right now taking a break from the whole monogamy thing so that you can kick it, date around, because you want that space. You want that freedom to really go wherever it is that you want, right? Because a lot of you Aquarius right now are kind of sick and tired, or very sick and tired of putting an investment into somebody, trying to see if things would work. And then unfortunately, things don't necessarily work because they're not really advanced here and in here and really on a soul level. They're more so the same average Joe, right? The same average Jane, just worried about the weather, small talk type stuff. When a lot of you Aquarius may be thinking about Elon Musk, a lot of you Aquarius may be thinking about the stock market. A lot of you Aquarius may be thinking about, the bigger scheme of things, real estate and traveling, you know, which reminds me, I'm getting my passport pretty soon. Can't wait. And you're thinking about things like that. So the situation is that the Ace of Pentacles now represents this being a situation for you Aquarius where you're taking flight because of it. Look at how the dragon is essentially taking flight, even though it is a pentacle card. It's this is almost where the earth meets the air, right? Basically, because it represents how a lot of you Pisces, I said Pisces, sorry, excuse me. It represents how a lot of you Aquarius are doing your thing, and you're doing it unapologetically, and you know what I mean, you're letting the real you shine through. And that if people are unable to keep up, in the sense that they're not on worldly things and wanting to do better for themselves, I'm just seeing how a lot of you Aquarius would be like, nah, that's not really your speed. Because what a lot of you Aquarius are looking for that you don't admit to is, you Aquarius want the perfect partner for you, just like Virgo does. Yeah. It's just that y'all ain't gonna say it. But you Aquarius, you gotta also take into consideration that Aquarius and Virgo are higher and lower octave. So they're ultimately the same zodiac sign. It's just that it's higher and lower octave though. So the vibration of it, you understand what I'm saying? But They very much so intertwine. And why I bring that up in the first place is because you Aquarius, y'all want partners. Correct me if I'm wrong about this in the comment section. I'm sure you will. I'm inviting that type of stuff. But you Aquarius want a partner that is just as intelligent as you are, if not more, right? Because you want a partner that actually is there. You know, someone who their soul is up. It's not they're just mindlessly going through life worried about a job, a place to stay, or something like that. So the thing is that the Nine of Swords and the Devil, right, is about, while at the same time, you being in a relationship like that would be terrible, as far as you wouldn't want to be in a relationship where, the person is essentially asleep and that they're not really doing the work. They're just like the other normies, right? Because Aquarius will say that. Aquarius will call them normies. So the thing is the Nine of Swords is, like I said, you realize that that's not the type of relationship that you want to have with somebody. But the Devil represents, that would be one of the worst type of relationships that you would ever have, or if not the worst, where you make it this far, you think yourself and the person is doing well, and then you get married to the person and you find out that the person isn't as aware, and they're essentially a mindless zombie. That would hurt a lot of you Aquarius to the core. And then the thing is that the Four of Wands is, you need to be on equal footing with the person, to where the two of you are on par with each other, and the two of you actually have a deep understanding, to where they're into some of the things that you're into, you're into some of the things that they're into, and that it's a give and take reciprocal relationship. Because people want a lot of you Aquarius for your body and stuff like this. Because a lot of Aquarius people that I know, because I know a lot of Aquarius too, in real life, a lot of y'all look good. I'll say that. But the thing is that trying to find terminologies to say, but at the same time, it's not about just your body, it's about who you are. And a lot of times when people um think of it from a perspective of, but you look so good, a lot of you Aquarius don't want to deal with them long term, because you understand that ultimately you're nothing but a trophy here, and that the person doesn't really know, nor will they actually take the time to find out the real you. So the thing is that you have the Judgment now, and the Judgment is you staying clear of all of that type of relationships, and you don't want to deal with that. And that when you see those types of relationships, you're going to put an end to that. But I will say that ultimately the good thing about that is, you Aquarius are very much so aware of who is going to act like they really got something going on. That's one thing that I can say about a lot of you Aquarius. You Aquarius will pretty much get an idea quickly that you need to leave these people alone if they are trying to get close to you by faking their awareness. So the thing is that the Five of Swords now is about how this may also cause some issues, but ultimately you Aquarius are not afraid to walk away from a person if the person ends up being fake. You must have a partner that is awake. You must have a partner that is aware of themselves and aware of the world that they live in. If not, it's not going to work. You Aquarius is I'm sorry, it's just y'all are fixed in that way, to where you will not and cannot, really you can't, truth be told, because you Aquarius have a mechanism, I should say, where if you were to try to get into that, you would have to willingly be in a relationship where the person isn't as aware as you are, and allow yourself to be miserable just so that you could be in a relationship. So it's really a catch, it's really a catch. So let's clarify the Five of Swords. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. Wow, that was terrible. All right, let's clarify the Five of Swords. So you have the Five of Swords. Wow. The Three of Wands, the Empress, Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so I'm not gonna clarify the Five of Swords with the Five of Swords. You can't clarify a card. You can't clarify a card with the same card. It doesn't make any sense. But the Three of Wands is that, you're set out to make your own destiny. The type of people, for instance, I'm sure that Aquarius, for instance, Aquarius, I'm sure that most people don't even ask you what you like or what type of person that you would be into, right? And this is what I'm talking about, the Three of Wands. You're set out on your own journey where you are going to decide whom you hang out with, and that you don't care as long as you don't, wild out on them. A lot of you Aquarius do not care if who you walk away from. You Aquarius are taking responsibility, and you will take matters into your own hands by understanding that it's up to you to decide who you hang out with, and that you won't care if people agree to it, if they like it, or if they don't. It's not their business. You don't care. Then the things that the Empress represents, but also pay attention for the type of people whom you are picking. I will say that, because the Empress is about a person who thinks that they know a lot. So you may end up putting yourself into a situation where you may end up cutting some people off out of your life that you just got to know, who may be very well good for you. So don't spend too much time. What I'm getting from that overall is, don't spend too much time doing that. Have your fun, but also know how to reel it back in. Don't go out there for such a long period of time that you end up becoming stuck and you can't bring yourself back to be with one person again, right? If you find yourself slipping off a little bit too far into that direction, where I suggest you not to totally surrender to, what I suggest you do is slow down and take time to recuperate your energy, recuperate, see what's going on. And then if you want to get back in the dating pool, date monogamously again, then you can do that. The Six of Pentacles and the Four of Cups now represents, you also have to pay attention to um, what these people bring to you, what they offer, how they interact with you. And the Four of Cups is also whether they allow you to actually hang out with them. Now, if everything to them is about money and, them, playing games, and you just can't seem to get them on the phone, then obviously it's time for you to leave. And you Aquarius know that. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Um, Trying to get this YouTube channel to 2,500 subscribers. As of right now, I have 2,400. Please keep clicking that subscribe button, click that like button, click that notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can get notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.